been a busy week. Today was Dad's birthday. If you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see the post about Dad's birthday. I try to make that every year to wish the boss a happy birthday. 78 years old. He's been in the timber business for 64 years now. That's what his dad did. Of course, that's how I got into all this, so he's still going strong. It's been a busy week. We hauled a lot of logs today. We've actually hauled several loads of logs this week. 401 pile up there at the drive is starting to kind of dwindle down, but hopefully this next round of rain gets through us next week. We're back to making some videos full time. So until then, enjoy some clips we've made from the past week. Unfortunately, some of the cheapest fuel around right now, $4.89. Everything else in town's over $5, $5.19. How long this will last, I don't know. I assume not very long, so we're going to try to take advantage of that while we can. Fuel's killing us all. We've got the pintle hitch hooked up to the Mack here, getting ready to move the skid steer down to a clearing job to try to get some timber off. It's kind of wet down there for a log skidder, so we're going to try to pack them out on tracks. We got about 1.25 inches of rain last night on top of kind of being saturated, so do what we can. Still going. So about a week ago, I actually took the trailer in and we had it all rigged up to sync up to the truck here. Got all the lights working for the 7 plug. Got the trailer brakes working. These are electric over hydraulic brakes on this load trail here, but we had a brake controller put in the truck there, and the brakes work well, which I'm a big fan of these electric over hydraulic disc brakes on this trailer anyway. It's the next best thing to air brakes. When I bought this trailer new back in December of 17, that's an 18 model load trail, 12 ton, but when I bought it new, the electric over hydraulic brakes, this was the first one the boys I bought it from over at Bolivar at B&B had ever sold, and they talked me into getting it. And I was a little reluctant because I'd never heard of the electric over hydraulics, never had them, but definitely glad I got it on this 12 ton pintle here, which we're a little long. We just, I don't have the permit yet, but we can get a blanket permit to cover us for the year on our overlink here for pulling this pintle, which it gets around good. It trails right behind the truck, so no big deal there. But definitely makes pulling this little skid steer 440, 548 handy until the 550 Ram is up and running. We're just waiting on the bed to be built there, get done. I went and checked on it the other day, and it's getting close, so hopefully here in the next week we'll have the 550 Ram, or 5500, the 5551 Ram, whatever. So we're gonna film something a little different today than usual, but still pertains to logging. That's my log yard and where I live, right over there, right there. This is the highway in front of my house, M Highway. That's my Tacoma. This is some land I just bought. Like when I say just bought, I just closed on this yesterday, May 18th. So just bought it. Of course, those are the dogs barking over there. But a common question and calls that I get all the time and have for years about people wanting to know they're going to look at land or they're going to buy this land and they're going to pay for it with the timber. You know, they found this tract of land, like, hey man, I think we can do this. And I'm not saying you can't with the right tract of land, but the odds of you buying a piece of property and paying for it with the timber are slim to none. Now think about this, because if it was true, I'd own a lot more land than what I do. So we're going to go through here and I'm going to show you. I've wanted this ever since I was a kid, because like I said, it's right here across from where I live anyway, and we've got big plans for this. Brandon and I are we're going to start clearing this off real quick, and it's dense timber. I'm going to flip you around here. So it's pretty thick out through here. And of course, I've living here most of my life. I've been on this piece of ground numerous times, so I already knew what was here tree-wise. And as you can see, there's some walnut in here. Some pretty good sized walnut. I think total there's like 24 trees here. I kind of calculated the footage. Probably, I don't know, maybe 4,500 feet's what will come off this. But it will not pay for the land, guys. It won't do it. I can recoup some of my money on what I paid for the property, because there's really not much out here for oak or anything. It's just kind of scrubby. See, scrubby hackberry. I mean, we got a little bur oak right here. It's kind of unusual to see that bur oak growing up here on this high ground, but hackberry, elm, there's some black oak. There's just, it's scrub. There's hedge, cedar. All this will be cleared. Every bit of this timber right here in a few weeks, this will be barren. There'll be nothing here. We are actually going to clear this off, and I've got plans for putting in a shop here. I've always wanted a big shop that I can park the log truck in. I want to be able to pull in the Peterbilt and lowboy, back it completely into the shop. I'm going to have a small living quarters in it because I'm a bachelor and I don't need a whole lot. So for Tipsy and I'm more concerned about having just pretty much a bed in the corner with maybe a TV. But I want to be able to put the trucks, pull skidders in, work on them, service them, all indoors if we want. And I'm sure we'll actually kind of store logs over here as well. This will be another kind of area for a log yard. But for years, I've been wanting this piece of ground. I've been trying to buy it. Yeah, there's one of these walnut trees here. Don't get me wrong, there's some good trees over here. But as far as for paying to the ground, it won't happen. You're not going to do it. It's just, like I tell a lot of people and a lot of my friends that are looking at buying land, the best you can hope for is that there is good timber on it, and with that timber, you might be able to pay for some improvements you want to do to the land, whether it be fencing, access roads, whatever it may be. But don't try to look at land, like, at least here in Southwest Missouri, with the sole intention that you're going to buy that land and try to pay it off with your timber stand. Because it's just anymore these days with the price of land and the price of timber, which timber is really good right now, but compared to where land's at, we're too far apart on it. Just too far apart. But yeah, it's a great way to pay for some improvements for sure. And I'm excited. If we had to move the skid steer out yesterday, which later today, probably in a separate video, later today, we're going to go down and we're going to pack some logs. It was raining this morning, and I'll be soaking wet by the time I get out of here, my pants. But raining this morning, they got rain the next 6 days in the forecast, so it's making logging tough. Now, we did look at timber yesterday, all day yesterday. We actually got the call this morning. We bought a really good job of white oak close to where we were. We've got a job of walnut that's pending. Hopefully we'll know something on it by the end of the day. It's kind of a crackerjack little job of walnut. I was kind of taken back. I knew the area. We'd logged the farm that it was on like 5 years ago. It was a big farm, and I told Dad, Skeeter, I told Dad last night after I'd been looking at it, I said, I don't know how we missed this on that farm. And when I say big farm, like 8,000 or 9,000 acres. So all things considered, we missed a little 15-acre piece, but 15 acres on a farm that big, it would be kind of easy to overlook because we cut a lot of, just for 5 months, all we did was cut walnut on it. So excited about that. It's refreshing to go look at good timber every now and then just to kind of build your morale back up. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. Hopefully next week, if we don't get completely rained out, we'll be in northern Missouri cutting some logs up around Richmond, Missouri. Oric, what I call it, but Richmond address, right off Missouri 210 there. We've cut a lot of timber in that area throughout the years. Always love being back in that part of the world. So a lot to do, especially coming into summer. I've had emails this morning about timber to look at. We've just got a lot going on. Very thankful for that. But this time of year, when the hot weather gets here, we're not breaking any records on production. We're just kind of getting by. So we'll go across the road here, back to the house, and kind of tell the dogs to settle down. And hopefully, in the days or weeks to come, we'll have some clearing videos out here, me and Brandon. So we'll get this thing ready to hopefully have a shop in. I'd like to get it in by the end of the year, but as crazy as things are, who knows? Nice little group of trees. Like I said, I've been watching these for about the last 20 years anyway, because I've lived here at the house for pretty much 30 years now, other than a short time I was down in Springfield. But it's nice to finally have this place, and it's not a massive tract of land, but It kind of goes with what we've already got. Good little walnut. That in there's got some storm damage, which you can see a broken up limb from him from years ago. Another one there. They're just kind of scattered out through here. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.